So, why am I talking about World of Warcraft? Some of you may have heard of this game before, some of you may not have heard of it before. World of Warcraft is an MMORPG. And what does that stand for? That means Massive Multiplayer Online Role-Playing Game. It is a game that was created by Blizzard Entertainment, and I believe that I started playing World of Warcraft back in 2004. I played the original World of Warcraft when it came out, and I played for about 6 or 7 years. This is when I was a teenager, into my early 20s, and I've always enjoyed video games. That's something about me personally. I've always been a bit of a nerd. I actually used to work in the tech industry prior to my current career as a personal trainer and mindset coach. That's a story for a different episode, but the fact of the matter is, I used to play this video game, and I played it a lot. During the height of my World of Warcraft playing days, there were frequently days that I would play 8, 10, 12, 14 hours a day of this video game. Now, this is not something that I often admit, and depending on the day, is not something that I'm necessarily proud of. But what I can say about my experience playing World of Warcraft is that it taught me a lot. And despite the fact that it's just a video game, as some of you listening may be kind of rolling your eyes or immediately categorizing me into some, stereotypical category, or maybe you have had similar experiences playing video games and this is really resonating with you. Either way, the point I'm trying to make is that when I was playing World of Warcraft, I was dedicated to being the absolute best that I could be at this game. So you might expect that with the number of hours that I put into World of Warcraft. But when I was playing, I was committed day in and day out to be the absolute best that I could be at this game. So I participated actually in both features of World of Warcraft, which is to say there is the raiding component, which is what we refer to as player versus environment. So raiding is with a group of other people, and you form a team, and you attempt to tackle instances or raid dungeons, as they're called, where there's bosses that you're teaming up to try and kill together. The other aspect of World of Warcraft that I participated in was player versus player. So many of you who are familiar with video game player versus player type environments may have heard of Counter-Strike, Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, League of Legends, among other Overwatch, among other games where you're playing against other people. So it was a very competitive 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, 5v5 type environment where, again, you're teaming up usually with a couple of other players against some live human competition. The reason that I'm talking about all this is because with the amount of hours that I put into this game, it was more of a job for me. And it was something that I cared deeply about and I wanted to be the best at, which is a personality trait, I would say, that I've always had. There's several other examples that I can give, including school performance and my performance as a youth sport athlete, where I always strove to be my best no matter the circumstances. Now, as it relates to World of Warcraft, I achieved what I would say are some of the highest honors within the game when I was playing it. So when I was raiding, as I was mentioning, with a large team of other players, early on in my playing days, I was actually a raid/guild leader, which meant that, for lack of a better example, I was in charge of the business or the organization. I was in charge of designing strategies and organizing people to do specific jobs when we were trying to conquer these raid dungeons, as they were called. So I had a tremendous amount of responsibility, and I had to perform under pressure. I was telling people what to do. I was in charge of other people succeeding or not. I developed a lot of public speaking skills because I had to speak frequently in front of large groups of people and not really care about what other people thought of me. And as far as the player versus player, I achieved some of the highest rankings in that regard as well. For anybody that's familiar with World of Warcraft, I achieved rank 1 Gladiator, which is an honor that is reserved for only a select, 0.001% of players. Basically, I was the best player, quote unquote, at my class of a specific, what are called arenas or battlegrounds. Towards the end of my playing days, I also achieved something like number 5 in the world at achievement points earned. So anybody that's familiar with any kind of video games, you're familiar with platinum trophies or achievement points, where when you accomplish something within the game, you get kind of like it's like a made up currency, a point system showing what you've achieved. And amongst a population of probably millions and millions of people that were playing this game, I was actually, I think, 5th in the world at having accumulated these in-game points. So if that doesn't tell you that I was playing this game a lot, really nothing else will. Now, when I was playing World of Warcraft, I wasn't really thinking about my future very much. It was just a pastime. It was a game to have fun and to challenge myself and to grow. And for a lot of people listening, you may sort of be dismissing this as, well, it's just a game, it doesn't really matter. But looking back, there was a lot of things that I learned about myself that carry through to who I am today.